back. So, still think white's the best color. Still think attacking is better than not attacking. There seems to be some decks that don't need to attack, and I don't know quite how to build those yet, but Pestilent Haze seems pretty important. Wall of Runes, people are saying is okay, but I don't know, man. You got your Drowsy Tea coming in for 4 damage. It's not great for the Wall of Runes. All right, Peer into the Abyss. Peer into the Abyss is not playable. Waker of Waves might be the best blue uncommon. It's a draw spell early, and we can reanimate it later or just cast it. If you ever cast this card, it's real tough to lose, unless they've just got the removal spell for it or whatever. So I think we want to start with it. Finishing Blow is not very good. If we want to force white, we could take Warded Battlements, but I'm not certain that Warded Battlements is that great of a card anyways in white. I don't know that forcing is really necessary in Core Set. There's plenty of strong cards in all of the colors, so we'll just take the best card in this pack, which I believe is to be Waker of Waves, and this sort of fits in any shell, really, because you can just play it as a card selection spell, and then later in the game it just kills them, so we're happy to start with it. We could pair it with a Rise and just go for that thing. Kind of like that. Silver Smoke Ghoul has underperformed. Life gain just doesn't really come together that well. Geyser's a bit slow, still solid though. Double Red's kind of rough though. Double Pips are tough on removal spells that you want to be able to cast at flexible times. Chorister's a fine white common, and that's about it. So yeah, I like taking Rise and just trying to play blue-black. Let's see where that gets us. We'll just keep an eye to what's open, of course. Unsubstantiate's probably pretty good. I haven't played with it. I've played against it a little bit. But, I mean, it's card disadvantage. But format's pretty fast, so you can take a tempo... a card advantage hit to get the tempo bonus. But are we going to take it here? I don't know. I mean, Gloomsower, I don't think we need to grab for the Rise plan. We'll get these late if black's open. Llanowar Visionary is the other card that's standing out to me as just like a solid green common. Goes well with Waker, since it does ramp you towards it, and blue-green cares about drawing cards. So I think we'll spread out a little bit and see what's coming to us. There's a rare and an uncommon missing from this pack, so not too much to glean in terms of signals. I think if we are going to be playing black-blue, we're not going to care about a bounce spell. So, yeah, let's grab the green card. That feels right to me. See what comes our way. So now we can maybe start to see some signals. There's a Shock, which is a great red removal spell. There's a Watcher, which I'm pretty interested in. That indicates that white might be available. We're also seeing a Doggo, which is like, this is a solid white card, and it's hard to get. In terms of black, there's not much going on here. Just a Walking Corpse, which is fine. We'll play it, but we're not going to center our deck around it. There's a Megalodon, which does go with our Rise Again plan. There's a Sky Scanner to just kind of stay open. There's a Shock if we want to move into red. I don't think red pairs particularly well with any of the cards we have thus far. We're looking a little bit more on the continually rampy side. But I'm going to take this Watcher and sort of speculate on it, because Waker's obviously great in a blue-white Flyers deck, and if that's what's going to be happening, then geez, okay. Wow, this is just a strong pack, actually. So there's a Scorching Dragonfire, which is probably the best common in the set. Not even probably, definitely. Malefic Scythe is pretty good. Again, I don't know if we're going to be rising again. I don't know if Malefic Scythe is where we want to be. There's the Houndmaster, which could signal that red-white's available. Or there's the Dragonfire, which we would love to have if we were red-white. It goes well in any deck, really. This is an interesting choice. I don't really know what to take here. I guess I'll take Dragonfire. Bots agree. It's the most flexible. Any deck that's playing red wants this card, whereas, you know, red-white specifically wants to play the Houndmaster. Rain of Revelation. Good with Rise Again. Discarding your Waker of Waves to it is fine. It's good with Lanor Visionary if we end up blue-green. It's good if we end up blue-red. Magmut's good if we end up red anything. I guess we're still more blue than red. And I guess Rain is more powerful. We are kind of looking a little bit dirtily here. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, though. I kind of wanted to take the Mutt. But we're doing okay here. Doesn't look like white's open. So we either double down into blue with the Wall of Runes and just try to play blue control. Rise Again, Waker Waves, Rain, Wall to block things. Or we take the Cur to go with the Dragonfire and attack people. Furious Rise I don't think is going to do it for us. Definitely don't want Pitchburn Devils. I think we'll take the Wall. But I don't know. Okay, well, another Rise. Maybe we can make blue-black happen. Sure Strike is a nice red card. No white to be spoken of. No green. So, cool. I'm in for this start. We can sort of lean towards trying to play Reanimator. That's cool. That'll be fun. And yeah, in that case, I guess we want the dual land. I like Skyscanner too, although it's not as good in this format as it has been in past formats. But just having a card that sort of smooths out your draws and all that is pretty good. And a creature early to maybe block, keep you alive. But let's make sure we have good mana. None of these cards are all that exciting. Don't think we're playing Frost Breath in a Rise Again deck, but I guess if we end up red-blue somehow, we might play it. Unsubstantiate comes back. Lofty, pretty tough without flyers. So I think we'll take the bounce spell. Might not want it, but alright, Megalodon. Cool, so I think we're certainly trying to rise here. Took us a little while to get there. But we got to kind of commit to it now, I think. Unless we see something absolutely bonkers. Okay, the third rise is probably the last one we're going to need. Swindler's pretty good as just a 2-drop that can block things. Don't care about the life gain, just care about the body. Twin Blade Assassins, probably not what we're looking for in a hard control deck. The one that we're building. It's also a walking corpse, so hopefully we'll wheel the corpse out of this pack. But yeah, we'll certainly just take Rise. Aim for maximum synergy. Hey. Do we want this? It's not very controlling. Rousing Reed lets us discard things, which is something we want to be able to do. We've got Waker that discards itself. Rain, which discards. We could give flying to like a wall. It's pretty hard to get by a 1/5 flyer. Or we take the Arcanist to ramp things, but I think we can probably wheel that. So I guess this pick is between Baron and Rousing Reed. Double blue's pretty rough. But as an early play just to slow them down and maybe block is pretty good. Yeah, I guess we need creatures. I don't know. Maybe I'm enticed by the rarity of the card. I think we want the Archer here over the 4th rise. We don't have a lot of fatties yet. We've got 2. Looking for Crypt Lurker. That's a pretty important one, I think, in this archetype, and just more big things. Grasp of Darkness, Capture Sphere, 2-drop spells, so we can hide these. Looking like we're just doing this thing. But yeah, don't want Frost Breath. Don't think we want another Rise at the moment. We already have a bunch. There's a Crypt Lurker. There's a Gloom Sower for us to reanimate as well. And a Rousing Reed. Jeez. All 3 cards we would like. All 3 cards. I guess we'll take the Crypt Lurker, though. Kind of does everything we want. It's a blocker. What's going on, Fafus? Getting second win in M21. Finally starting to win. Nice. What's been working for you? You been attacking with white creatures like me? That's been my favorite thing to do. Okay, we'll take Crypt Lurker here. Then we can discard fatties to it, draw cards, it blocks things. I like Rousing Reed and everything, but we don't have a lot of early stuff to put it on yet. Okay, here's the Sanctum that lets you discard things as well. We just don't have that many synergistic sort of fatty guys to discard to it. I think I'm kind of more interested in this 2-drop. Is that crazy? Casts Rise Again. Casts Reign of Revelation. Blocks things. The Sanctum just doesn't affect the board at all. If we had the Black Shrine, I would certainly take it. But I think the failing of this deck might be not having enough early plays, right? Okay, we'll take another Archer. We're getting a little glutted at 4 mana, but Archer's a good way to slow things down and block, which is kind of what we're trying to do. Ooh, lower scale Coatl. Okay, we'll just take... I really like Devotee. This is kind of a game plan all by itself, but not very aggressive. We would need to use it in concert with a removal spell. I suppose we wanted... I was thinking we were going to take the Blackguard, but this is... We need 3s. This card is quite good if we can hook it up with like a trade that in our favor, or maybe a Skeleton Archer. It's not going to be at its best in this deck, but it's going to be okay. It's pretty good with Steward, but I guess we'll just take another Rain. We need more fatties now. Wield the Swindler. We're going to take it over Skyscanner, which might seem crazy. Maybe it's wrong, but 2-drops are super important. I'm surprised that somebody took the Zombie over the Swindler. This is a little bit of upside, I guess. Prismite versus Arcanist. I guess we just want the Arcanist. Now we have double Rain to cast off of it, too. And we'll just take another Breath that we probably won't play. Nice. Late Gloom Sower for us. Okay. Don't know how good this deck's going to be, but I think we're in the right lane. Another Waker. Thank you. Azusa is not playable. Light of Promise not playable. Don't play these cards. Fetid Imp on the wheel would just be dynamite. This is exactly the 2-drop we want. But yeah, we're going to take the beefy guy that combos with Rise. So now we've got like turn 2 discard Waker. Or maybe turn 2 Arcanist, turn 3 discard Waker, turn 4 Rise. Rise it back. That's pretty good. I'm in for that. I'm in for that. Larcenist, not much synergy for us. We don't have Rousing Reed for it. We passed on that a couple times, so let's take Ghostlight. Solid blue flyer. Bounce their thing. Pack Leader. Can't wait for the day that I play a Pack Leader deck. That's going to be just dynamite. Here we go. But we're in the right lane here. We need removal, so I guess we're going to grab Capture Sphere. Best blue or black card in the pack. Replicator, probably not good enough with what we have. We only got only get a double of if you get multiple doubles of like 2 drops or maybe 3s, then this is good. But doubles of like 4s or 7 drops are not going to activate this very often. But yeah, Capture Sphere is a card we actually want. Can we cast off this? No. That's unfortunate. Final Finishing Blow we would take. Cast off this. Grasp, obviously. Another dual land would be good. Another Fatty with triple Rise would be good. We'd probably just take another Rise at this point, too. 4th Rise, we would play that, I think. Because we've got 4 things to get back. Couple ways to discard, albeit kind of expensive. There's a Rousing Read. And I guess now's the time. So if we do wheel the Library Larcenist, we might take that too. This will let us discard a big thing and give something flying, which is nice sometimes. All right, here's a bit of a decision for us. Megalodon versus Masked Blackguard as a solid 2-drop that can trade with something and trade up a little bit later in the game. So which one do we think we're more likely to wheel, / which one do we need more? I think we're okay on fatties. I think I want to take the 2-drop. We've got 4 fatties. We would love a 5th. Don't get me wrong. But dying early is not a good thing. Ooh. Teferi's Tutelage. Only targets the opponent. Does let us discard. We've got double Rain of Revelation. We could maybe just mill people out with this. It's either that or a 4th Rise, which again we would be down with. But yeah, I'm going to take the Tutelage. See what it can do. Everybody's talking about how good it is. Larcenist. We've got 1 read for it. A 1/2 for 3 is just horrendous, though. But yeah, I guess so. I guess this holds off attackers because they don't want you to draw a card when you're coming back. Archfiend Vessel, not bad. With Rise. Seen a lot of Rises this draft. Or we just take another Wall as a good blocker. Triple Rise, though. It's got to be good with the Vessel. I'm going to take it. Hope to wheel a 4th Rise. Frantic Inventory doesn't fit. Skeleton Archer doesn't really fit either. Steward, I mean, we've got 2. I don't know if we're going to play another one. Steward as a 1/2 blocker. I'm down for it. It works with Devotee. However sketchy that combo is. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to see that 4th Rise again. That's okay, though. I'm comfortable with having 3. I think we're okay. We just want to have enough defensive speed, as they say. Ooh, we wheeled the Megalodon. Nice. So people are taking Rise again, but not fatties to go with it. Interesting. Okay, well, we got a deck here. Rains, Capture Spheres, Rises. What are we going to cut? Probably this Larcenist. Probably this Unsubstantiate. Maybe Liliana's Steward. We're at 18 creatures. We could cut the Steward, I guess. Baron's a little hard to cast. I think we like Rousing Read enough. I think we want to play 17 lands. So Baron is a little hard to cast. Maybe we don't need 5 fatties. What's better? 8/6 or 5/7 hexproof? Probably the hexproof, right? Do we need double rain? I mean, with Teferi's Tutelage, that's pretty good. Where are we now? 16 creatures. Kind of looking at Baron, but he's an early play. It's just the mana that's awkward on him. Let's see, he could return like a Ghost Light to our hand, which would be pretty cool. Draw a card and then bounce their thing again. can return a skeleton archer, draw a card, and then shoot something again. Or he can just bounce their thing, keep us alive. He can wear a Rousing Reed. So we need early things to wear Rousing Reed so that we can actually cast it. Do we need double rain? Is that where maybe we're getting a little too cute? Yeah, maybe. Kind of seems crazy, but in this format, you just can't afford to not be affecting the board early. Maybe Tavern Swindler could be the one to go as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 early plays. So we'll look back at that. If we draw, I think it could be the Swindler that's the odd woman out. So if we draw her and want to wish we'd drawn Rain instead, maybe we can consider making that swap. This hand is really good. This is our dream. Turn 2 Arcanist, turn 3 Waker, turn 4 Rise. Assuming we draw a land. So let's see if we can pull it off. Presumably we'll be able to discard this Waker and find a land. We could also play Devotee, but the idea of getting a Waker into play is super sweet. So let's try for it. I guess we'll just discard this now. We might draw something that we actually want to cast. No. Okay, well, we can get it for 1, I think. Next turn, we'll be Rising the Waker. And then if it dies, we can rise it again. We're a little lacking on the removal side of things, which is going to be kind of important in this particular matchup. Could have gotten in with the Arcanist there. And then played Devotee and made it into a 2-2, 3-2. But I think we're fine with casting the Archer as well. Not the best Archer in the world, but still a reasonable creature. See what they've got. Final Death, Finishing Blow. Death Touch plus Fight. Archer. Okay. So if we get in with our Archer, they can just bounce it off Brontodon. But if they do kill it, we would get to trade with one of their creatures. Or if they've got a Ranger's Guile or something, and then Devotee. So I kind of like attacking with it. Don't think we want to get in with the Arcanist at this point. Yep, so we'll try to kill their Archer. Right on. And let's Devotee it up. Might as well attack with the zombie since we can just get a new one. But we don't want to get in with everything because I could eat the Devotee and then we're out of business making free zombies. Double block. Sure. Turn 4 Waker is good. We have determined this. Uprising, nice. Draw a card. So now there might be a combo block on our Waker, but we might also just be able to Alpha Strike here. See what our opponent wants to do. Fair enough. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we attack with everything, they'll block Warden on Waker and bounce them. And then they will eat the 2/2, take 2 down to 2. So that's not very good for us. But what we could do is just get in with Waker. I guess if we get in with everything, they can't double block the Waker at that point. So they will get to eat the 2/2. Waker will bounce off Warden. They'll go to 2. We can reanimate Skeleton. Kill this Warden, which will net them 2 cards, which is annoying. But otherwise, we just sit back, which I don't really like. Or we could reanimate the Devotee and get another zombie. Maybe that's better. So now they're at 2. We reanimate this Devotee. Another zombie. That's like another lethal attack next turn. Okay, let's try for that, I guess. Yeah, that Warden's huge. I just don't want them to draw 2. But maybe it doesn't matter. We archer it down. And our Waker's just too big. I like that they can't profitably block Devotee and Waker. We do have a lethal attack on board here. So they would have to go Warden on Waker, Bronto on Devotee, and they don't get to kill it. They need to find another creature, though, or removal spell or whatever. Okay. Gain 4 life. Yeah, nice. So we're back to... What can they do? Block, 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 take 2. That's not good enough. So we need to find a Rousing Reed, I guess. Land is not that good. If we get in with Waker and they want to kill it, we could trade it for something. Brontodon, I guess, would be the card. Then we get a 3/2. They've got 2 creatures. We've got 5. Block, block, block. Or no, they block 2 zombies and take 4 down to 2. But they still got the giant Warden. I think we just have to wait. We've got Rousing Reed in our deck. We've got more fatties to potentially cast. We've got maybe removal. Maybe we're supposed to just go for the Skeleton Archer play, because this Warden is such a huge problem for us. The 2/1 for 2 that can give things flying would be quite good here if we had been able to draft it. So a bit of a stalemate now. Flooding out. We'll pass the turn. Waker's pretty good at harming Garrick's Uprising, though. If everything that was 4 power is now 3. But yeah, I mean, we're flooding out and our opponent is drawing action, so we're gonna need to find something pretty soon. That's something. Gloomsower would have been good here as well, since it's actually got enough power to get through Warden. So if there was a sideboarded game, we would want to maybe bring that in. But we are playing best of 1, so eventually we'll see a Rousing Reed, I think. Put it on the Hexproof dude? I guess they can Bronto it away, though. So that's not even really a solution. Maybe we just end up milling them. Tutelage. They're at 20 cards. We're at 20. Could go that way. There it is. Maybe we'll... I mean, they can blow this up, too. But then that makes Rousing Reed an option. So now if we get in with Waker, what happens? Not really anything good for us. Could get in with Megalodon. I'm just wondering if we can get them to block with the Brontodon so that it goes away and we can tutelage. I don't think there's an attack that guarantees that, though. So they've got a lot of different options here. I don't really want to lose a big creature. And we don't have Grasp or Final Death, Fishing Blow, rather. So, I mean, we'll just go for it here, because the thing is that it gets rid of their answer to Rousing Reed and gets us closer to drawing Rousing Reed. So we're fine with it. It also does hurt their library size a little bit. Gets us ahead on all those things. All right, so now we've got an Archer. We could attack with Waker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have to include the Warden in the blocks. And then we could kill it with Archer, but our Waker's going to die. And we just turn it into a zombie. All their things get bigger. We make a zombie, which is good. I mean, we're fine right now, though. Maybe we just hold on to this Archer and just chill. Like, we don't need to attack them. They're behind on library size. And, I mean, we've got an enchantment that is pressuring them. They have to sack this Brontodon eventually. So I think we're going to just keep passing the turn. Now they're going to probably go for the sack at this point. Nope. I'm going to let it go. I don't really want them to draw 2. I mean, I guess them drawing 2 is actually kind of good for us, but if our Waker dies, this board gets a little bit scarier, so we're okay with this exchange. Tutelage replaced itself, and they're getting closer to decking, and we're okay with our current board. Just hope they don't have Ugin or something insane like that. That'd be nice. Bit of a snoozer here. But I do think our best plan of action is to try to deck them. Or to just draw Rousing Reed and kill them with Spined Megalodon, plus an Archer shot to the face. Oh shoot! Okay, this could get weird. They chose not to put it on the Warden, which I guess is fine. I mean, it wasn't getting through anyways. Cryptolurker. Yeah, we'll just sack a zombie, get it right back. Or we could turn our Wall of Runes into a zombie. Or one of our Arcanists. Perhaps one of our Arcanists. Ghostlight. Could return... Don't really want to return their Warden because they draw extra cards. Although, does that set us up to attack them? Not really. They can still just double block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 attackers. Got a pile of blockers. Does this have reach? No. Anything have reach? Okay, well, we'll just cast Ghostlight. And we'll bounce... I don't know. I guess we'll just bounce their devotee. And we'll make sure we play a land so that we can activate our own. And next turn, Archer can kill Pride Malkin. We can get another zombie if we want. Attack for 3. Put the Archer back in our hand, draw an extra card. 13 to 10. We're still ahead there. Could just start a chain with Ghostlight and Baron. That seems very dirtily. Doesn't that flash or anything? Grasp of Darkness. Okay. Still just looking for Rousing Reed. Reign of Rev. Is Rousing Reed somehow in our graveyard and I'm missing it? No. Eight cards to their 9. Second Waker is going to be pretty backbreaking. Guess we'll put this Vessel in the yard. We can probably just alpha them if this sticks. So it's going to zero out a bunch of their stuff. Fortunately, we don't have enough mana to activate a devotee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. So that makes their double blocks pretty rough. I think we just jam with all of our stuff here. They can only kill... They can kill our devotee, but we're not too concerned with that. I think we just get in with everything. Scry, get a scry, sure. Okay, we've seen enough. Okay, long first game there. Got off to a good start, and then our opponent was able to stabilize. All right, we're on the play. Got a wall and a Waker to dig for things, and a Rousing Reed to continue to dig, so I think we're okay. We want to find the black, of course, but I think we can do it. We're not completely at the mercy of the top of our deck here. There's the black. We'll just put that on top, and... yeah. Nice. Opponent knows what's up. So, not going to be a turn 4 Waker here. But maybe a turn 5. Keen Glide Match, that's the guy I was thinking of. Let's discard this, see what we can find. Both these cards are pretty good. I think we'll take the Sphere, since it's our only way to remove things. And this thing can give it self-flying, but that takes up their whole turn. We'll just play Devotee. So we can give Devotee flying, and okay, they're gonna do that anyways. Sure. So if they pitch a giant thing, we'll want to save the sphere. They did not, which is cool with us. I guess we'll just race them for now. Don't really want to capture sphere this yet if we don't have to. In fact, we could just sit back and block even. Maybe that's more what we're about here. Yeah. Well, now we don't really want to cast Rise. I think we do want to attack. See if we can get them to use a spell or something, and then maybe this turn we can sphere them. See if we can bait out the counter spell. We'll take the hit though, in case they play something better. Or we don't even need to use sphere. I guess if it's rewind they have, it doesn't really solve our counter problems. They're gonna let that stick. Still don't think we go for it. Getting kind of close to just casting Megalodon. That'll be next turn, actually. Maybe we do go for it. Just don't want to give them... I don't want to give them the counter at all. I want them to tap out and do something, because now we're ahead. They kind of have to answer this, right? Well, now we're getting to the point where we just play out our stuff. I guess they're stuck on colors here. So they'll get to counter this one. But we got another one next turn, and then we've got Rise after that. There's another Rise. Just keep beating them down in the air here. Okay, sure. So now we know the door is open. I think we'll cast the Megalodon. It can't get removed, and the -1/-1 doesn't matter a ton right now. There we go. Black for the opponent. They don't have anything to bring back. Fetid Imp is quite good. So we'll try for a Rise again. Hopefully it can go, because that'll nullify the Fetid Imp. But if they've got another cancel, then that's cool. Alright, nice. Don't need a land. So Wall's going to block Devotee, and I guess I'm taking 5. Going to chump. So we'll get to make a zombie. Nice. Glad we picked up this card. It's still good even when you're not super aggro. Storming Entity. I don't think that's going to do it here. Could Rise another Megalodon. Or does Baron do it? Baron bounces the entity. They can block the 7/7 and take 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 8, 11 exactly. Yep. Unless I did my math wrong, I think we've got him. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we'll play this hand. We can either start with the 2-1 if it's looking like we need to, or we can do a little card selection. Sort of see what they do. We're going first, so hard to play a reaction type game, but if they go mountain or plains, I expect we'll be wanting to play Blackguard. Steward, eh? Don't really want to trade for that. Well, we've got another turn to figure it out, because Blackguard's got Flash. Alright, let's do a little digging. Take the land. So now we get two big uns in the graveyard. And maybe this is the turn where we flash in the Blackguard, but probably not going to block. Then next turn we can Crypt Lurker, discarding Waker for value. And that'll be a good blocker. And then we're like a rise away from having some good things happening. Arcanist for the opponent. Sure. Could also just discard Waker and not draw off of Lurker. That digs us a little bit deeper. And the Blackguard on board is not relevant at all. We could also discard it to Lurker. Maybe that's the move. Yep, I'll take a rise, thank you. Yeah, I actually think we can just discard the Blackguard because it's not getting through what they've got going on down here. So, as long as they're not representing Counterspell mana next turn, we could try to get a Megalodon in play. I think that's better than a Waker. So we've got the Capture Sphere for if they have a Death Touch guy. And, you know, Megalodon doesn't die to removal, which, assuming they are flush with in black. Rousing Reed. In for 2. Okay. Let's do a little reanimation here. I guess they could have got us with Lofty Denial off of the Arcanist. Haven't had to play against aggro yet. We know it's a thing. That'll be an interesting matchup. Nice. Opponent pulling ahead with Rain. Drawing a bunch of cards. Interesting they put the Rousing Reed on the Steward. Since now, I mean, I guess sacking it to make us discard is not really that good. So we're either putting something in the graveyard to reanimate or we're getting rid of a land. Grasp, yep. In for 2. Alright. Well, we could Baron, bounce the Steward. It's not all that exciting, but I think it's... otherwise, we've got to play Arcanist bounce Arcanist in order to draw a card for ourselves, which isn't bad either. Guess let's see what's on top. Maybe there's something we really want to draw. Roaming Ghostlight, that's pretty good. It's better to just disrupt them. Especially since we are starting to pull ahead on board here. Can bounce their next play and then really be going to town. Couple D-Bloom Thalids, alright. Nice, another Megalodon to cast, sure. Chump with the Thalid, that makes sense. I think we'll play the land next turn. Just in case they do have, I guess there's nothing that makes you discard one. It's only just the Mind Rot. So maybe we should have just played it this turn. Ooh, Waker for the opponent. We've got Sphere for that. Although it does still kind of blank our board a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have to do that so we can attack. Keep scrying. Suppose we'll take a rain. So we're going to have 7. We already had 7. Oh, no. Yeah, so we got 7 to cast the Megalodon. Or we could cast Rain off of Arcanist and have some mana available to cast the things we draw with it. Because we do find like a Rousing Reed, that would be pretty good. Although we already used that, right? Or was that last game? Maybe that was last game, yeah. So we haven't used that yet. Archer, our face, yep. Thalid. So now they've got the triple block on the Megalodon. So we can't do that thing anymore. Megalodon's only going to get one of their creatures in that exchange, so I guess we want to rain here, see if we can find Rousing Reed. No. Guess we don't really need the backwater all that badly. Maybe we should have cast it. We should have cast it off the Arcanist, though. But it's not going to matter all that much. Since Skeleton Archer is just a hill giant at this point. 19, 17. So we're behind on Library, but Tutelage would be good here. Mind Rot would be pretty nice for our opponent. Swamp. So double Archer kills the Deathbloom Thalid. If we do get in with Megalodon, they block with all. We could potentially kill Devotee, but they probably won't let that happen. So they block with these 3. We trade with, I guess, the Archer. 1 damage is on the Arcanist. We could kill it with 2 Archer, or 2 of our Archers, or what if we just Archer this Thalid here? Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but they would have to lose the Devotee. Let's trade with the Megalodon, or we just attack them for 2 and don't think too hard about it. Play another Megalodon. Let's maybe just do that. Sets us up to maybe attack with both whales next turn. Okay, that's pretty good. We don't have a good way to deal with that. If we can find a rise, though, that'd be pretty sweet. Oh, cool. Steward gets pumped by the devotee. It's a nice synergy there. So they're going to make us discard. Is it time to get in with the whales here? They can't kill them both, right? They've got 4, 7, 8, 9, 12. Oh, they have exactly 14 power. Can they make that happen? They could. They could, but then we get to kill the entity. Devotee comes down, makes a zombie. We've got Ghost Light. We might be able to pick something off with Archer. I think we're supposed to attack with both of them. Plus we get some scries, which is pretty cool. Okay, well we definitely just want Rise again. So I'm assuming they're going to try and kill them. Maybe they'll just chump. If they just chump, that's quite good for us. So that's 8 damage. We've got 8 mana, so we can't Archer, Devotee, and make a zombie. But we could double Archer. Definitely want to kill their Devotee. Well, Alchemist's Gift would be pretty good here. Kill their Devotee. And we kill their Archer with both of ours. I think I'd rather just make a zombie, though. For the value. So we can rise back another Megalodon or get a Waker back. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can still triple block. Ooh, gosh, that's good. That's pretty good. Getting aggressive. Yeah, that's a good attack. Well, we could block. This could become a 4/4 then. Just take 4. Our attack's good. Now 3, 7. Then so this would be 0. This would be 2. This would be 2. So then we get good attacks. We just take 4. I think our plan is to rise the whale. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, they wouldn't have been able to activate that anyways, but. So, okay, if we rise the whale, so now this is 3, 2, and 1, which is 6. That's not enough to kill it. And if they do chump, we get to make a zombie. Don't have enough for an Archer play, but I think that's okay. Sure, we'll take another one. Second Waker will do some work for us. $15 to $14. This is close, man. They could kill us. They could kill us. We're at 9. I mean, we can kill them potentially, though. Okay, entity is coming in. So if we take the 4 here, we need to be pretty certain that they can't kill us later. They're going to move the scythe. We got 4 blockers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 1, 2, 3, 4 down to 2. So this is a good attack for them. But, I mean, if we block, they just make a zombie. So I don't really like that very much. The problem is, though, is if they move the side, they block us, and the next turn, if they can remove the ghost light, that'll be 5 damage. But we'll have a second Waker in play, so it'll be 4, so we'll go to 1. So I think we're good to not block. Because they have to have a removal spell and another way to pump it. They have to have another blocker and Larcenist. So, unless I'm missing something. One, two, three, four, 5 blockers. 4, 8 attackers. 3 get through. So they take 2, so we can't kill them with archer damage. Is there anything we want to reanimate? That's not Waker. I don't think so. I think we just wanted the Waker. Getting in with all these guys. 4, 5 blockers back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of theirs. Plus we're probably getting a zombie. Put this on the bottom. Double Waker's so good. So entity is attacking for 4. If we block, they get a zombie token. Got to imagine we can... I mean, we're dead to Alchemist Gift if we take this. Or maybe there's another black pump spell. So I think we will block. Because we've got... They'll have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. 4 get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So that's already lethal. Plus we've got 2 pings. So I think we're good to block here. Play it safe. Would hate to lose to Alchemist Gift. Although if they have it to gain life, that would also crush us. Fetid Imp. No problem. But they do get a zombie. Okay. Well, I think it's time to get in with everything here. Except for the Arcanist, which doesn't have power. Alright, that was a lethal attack. So been slow goings here. I guess we are playing blue-black, so that's kind of the idea. Opponent goes first. We've got a 2-drop, which is cool, and then we've got a couple of medium 4-drops. So this hand is not great. We could get run over. But we are going to keep it. This is not going to be the best our deck can do. If this was a Waker of Waves, obviously this would be insane, but it's not. Just play the 1/3. At least we've got another 2-drop to try to stem the bleeding. Ooh, opponent with the Lofty Denial. Very tricky. It's okay, we're going to have... Well, we're going to have to trade for that. And then they get to draw cards. That's not all that good. And I think we... Ugh, that's kind of gross. I think we do want to trade for it. See what they do. It's going to be good for them. It's going to be good for them. Pretty bad for us, but... They get the second card out of it. It's kind of the same thing. Skeleton Archer, no good targets. Could just capture Sphere this. It's our only real way to remove anything. It's unlikely that Archer's gonna get to ping anything, though. We've got one flyer exactly in the deck, unless we're counting the 5/5 dude that can reanimate. This could be tough. This could be pretty tough. Well, let's pass the turn. I think our plan is to sphere that. See if they would invest another spell into making it bigger or whatever. Rise doesn't do anything here, so let's wall. See what's good. Well, Baron we can't cast, so let's put that on the bottom. And try Archer. They probably got a counterspell. Whether or not they care to use it here is a different question. And goes for an opt. Bottoms and draws. Big old Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, Rain's pretty good. We can discard Megalodon and try to bring it back. Try to hit a land drops along the way here. We certainly did. So we're going to play our 6th land this turn and our 7th next turn and just be able to cast Megalodon, but then we have to discard an actual card in tutelage, which I think might be pretty good here. This is kind of weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to get this down next turn, otherwise we're in pretty big trouble. So, I guess we'll discard it. But, weird situation there. So we just can't count on drawing a land next turn. And we could be in a bit of a pickle if we don't do that, because this Dreadmaw's hitting hard. Oh god. Alright, this is pretty bad. We're probably dead now. That's good. How focused a reanimation deck is this? Pretty focused. Triple Rise again, double Waker, double Megalodon. Gosh, Megalodon isn't even good here. I don't think we can beat this card, but let's look for something. I think we're dead. Waker's a start, I guess. But really, it doesn't do anything. We're taking 7, and then we're dead. So, just wondering if there's anything in our deck. Capture Spheres are only piece of interaction. Huh. We're kind of boned here. Do we discard Waker and look for something? I guess we do. Maybe Roaming Ghostlight could get us out of this. Swindler's okay. It double blocks the Oak, and then maybe if we can get a Ghostlight off the top, we can slow their roll enough to stay in it. But this is pretty sick. 7/7 flying dino. All right, we go to 6. And that's not going to do it. What do we have in play currently? Nothing. So if we reanimate Waker, it doesn't do it. And that's it. So GG's. Opponent made a big flying thing and killed us with it. Sweet. King of Town. Let's see if we can topple the king. Arcanist, Waker, Devotee. It's a pretty good curve. So let's start with it. If we can find a rise, then we get to do the thing. Hope to do that thing. Otherwise, going 2 into a 3 with Devotee is pretty cool as well. This deck is, the weak point of this deck is that our removal is not very good. Okay, well, there's our rise, so good, the nice combo start here potentially. Put it on black-white. Oh, gross. Okay, so much for that. Come on, we were trying to do the thing. I guess we'll just play Devotee. can pressure them if they don't have a 3-drop. Maybe we can get our Rise back at some point, but we don't have any removal, so it's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Oh, I guess double Archer could do it. So I think we discard the Waker. If we grab a land, cool. That's pretty much what we're looking for anyways. We can play Wall. So I think we want to do this pre-combat, actually. Island. That's all we get. Nice. Okay, well, in case they do block, we'll hold up the mana, but if they don't, we'll just play the Wall. Scry. Land is okay. Yeah. Megalodon's not at its best here when they have a potential Death Toucher, but I guess we do want to get up to the ability to cast it. We're just playing Archer next turn anyways. Opponent's got something big to deploy here, I would think, based on that attack. Alright. It's one of those guys. Well, we could finish it off with Archer, and we don't get to get a zombie out of the deal, but we would get it out of play and trade it for the Arcanist. See if they will take the bait here. Okay, they're just going to do that. Oh, that's actually way better for us. Now we just get to kill it. Nice. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Poke us for 1. Well, as we are getting closer and closer to Megalodon mana, getting this Fetid Imp out of the way would be pretty ideal for us. I'm going to go for the attack. They do know that we have it, so maybe that's not super wise of us, but okay, let's rain. We'll use the Arcanist to cast it. Don't think we have any double black in the deck, but we do have double blue and Baron. There he is. Well, we kind of want all of these. Did we already play our land for turn? No, because we just drew rain off the top. So we kind of want to get Backwater into play. I mean, then we can Baron Freebooter, but they just cast it again. Take our Rise. And then we just Megalodon them. I guess that's pretty cool. Kind of messes with them. Makes them spend 2 mana next turn. Unless they want to get woken. Want to get woke? Okay. Finishing blow. Might have wanted to save that for the Waker. Take Rise again. Again. Love this art. Gaia's Cradle. Ooh. Waka. Well, we'll go with the Megalodon since it's immune to removal. Go Waker next turn. So they use that finishing blow, they might have another one. So they know we've got the Waker in the yard and the potential to get it back. Oh, they got multiple death touchy guys. That's cool. Waker does take care of those. Bottom of land. Ah, yeah. All right. All right, all right. So what could happen to us here? They could kill Waker. block Megalodon and Death Touch it down, which we don't like. That would require them to have Finishing Blow and an extra mana, which they certainly have. Like we just get in with the Waker. Don't want to lose the Megalodon. And then this Blackguard actually 2 + 3 + 3 represents 4 damage. It's not nothing. Here's the blow. So we played around that. That's good. And we'll say go. This is close. Our opponent's got us on cards. And we're behind on library, so we're gonna need to we need to draw some more stuff. These imps are pretty annoying, but we do have Rise again to get another whale back and help against them. There it is. Yeah, so they could have another Finishing Blow, but that would take all their mana, so they wouldn't be able to activate the Death Touch part of things. So yeah, let's try this again. And we'll be getting in with the Blackguard as well, because it can pump. Rousing Reach, good with Megalodon, so yeah, we might be doing it here. Might be doing it. Although they could just block and Death Touch. Ooh, spicy. Cool, so we get a 4/4. They do get to trade with our whale, though. And our Blackguard if they so choose, but I would imagine they'll want to trade with the Angel. So we'll pump this guy. They'll give Death Touch. Yep. That's good. That's pretty good. So I guess we'll just be slapping a Rousing Reed on the Blackguard then. And trying to do it that way. Oh, nice. We evaded this rambunctious mutt as well. So what? I guess we'll put the Reed on the Blackguard. Do we attack with both? We get them for 4. They get to kill the Angel if they want. Although the Blackguard is a little bit more threatening. It can attack for more damage. Let's see if this lands. If they kill in response, that's going to be a bummer for us. Or we just capture Sphere of the Imp and hit them for 7. Is that too aggressive? Might be. Might be, because if they play something... They got a lot of mana, they could probably do worse. But, I mean, if we hit them for 7, they're dead next turn. They need 2 removal spells. So that's probably good enough. And I mean, if they block with Freebooter, then we just get another whale. And we're doing it. So I think this is worth it. Cool. Gourmand. Nice. We have to sack. That is gross. Sack a 1/3. So the 0/4 does block their 3/4 pretty nicely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Means this could become a 6/5. Trade with the Gourmand. Let's try that. Could get grasped here. We don't have it, so pressure's on again here. Let's see if they can find an answer to our Angel. Blockers. Probably don't need to play the land. We can hold it if we draw like Tutelage or something, or even this. Well, this guy doesn't actually do anything. Okay, well, they're forced to block here. So we get our Reed back, or our Rise back. And we'll just get back the whale that doesn't die to removal. And play Crypt Lurker and sacrifice the wall, I guess. Swindle it up. Cool. Okay, should be good enough. Yeah. Sweet. So these games have been grindy and long, which, again, we are blue-black, so that kind of makes sense. But if we had better removal, we would be getting out of these situations a little bit more easily, I think. Opponent goes first. We've got the magic combo again here. Arcanist, Waker, and then turn 4, Rise again. So this is a nice thing to be able to do. Opponent's on white aggro, though, so this is going to be a race. Although Waker quite good against white. If they come in with both, we'll block the one-powered creature. If they had mana up to play around feet, they did not. So we didn't. So if we discard Waker, means we're taking a bunch of damage next turn. So I think we actually have to play Baron. Bounce Makeshift Battalion. Just try to stem the bleeding here. We're gonna be a turn late on Waker, or more. So Battalion comes down. They don't get to attack us this turn, which is fortunate. But then they're just coming in next turn. So we could Archer just to block. Trades with Battalion. I think we might want to do that. Fortunately, we don't get to snipe anything with it, but of course they probably have Feet of Resistance. But I mean, we got to go for the trade anyways. We'll try to trade here as well. Okay, trades all around. We're happy with trades. We're very happy with trades. We don't want to take a bunch of damage. We could reanimate Baron if we really wanted to, but I wonder if we want to play Crypt Lurker and discard Waker to it so that we can get it right back, or do we discard Megalodon and bring that back? Either way, we're getting close-ish to being able to just hardcast these guys. The fact that Megalodon doesn't die to removal, given that they're playing black, I think is pretty important. So let's put it in the graveyard. We'll reanimate it next turn. And then we're like one more land drop away from just hardcasting the other whale anyways. Current record is, I think, 4-1. Okay, so now we know we're getting to the Waker. Unfortunately, we don't get to block the Patrician, or blank the Patrician with Waker this turn. But, can't have it all. So opponent on the black-white plan, but very aggressive, which I think is the way to build this deck. We're taking 4. We'll take the extra 3 off the Patrician. Yeah, I think this is the way to do it. Okay, so Megalodon doesn't get double blocked here. So let's crash in. Don't need any more lands. Opponent doesn't care too much about taking 5, but we want the scry. We do want to pressure their life total somewhat. So if they can't remove this Waker, we're in pretty good shape. Ooh, hit two flips. Can't multi-block the Dawn here. Unless they can instant speed kill Waker, and I don't think the Power 4 Greater Kill card is an instant. I think it's a sorcery. So I think we just get him with both. Could have Alchemist Gift. We're willing to take that chance, though. Bottom another land. Okay, turns out they don't have it. We don't get any value off of Archer, though. Maybe we should have done that pre-combat. I guess I could have pumped it in response, though. It doesn't even matter. Do we want to cast it here? Maybe we get to get like an Anointed Chorister with it or something. Although it is just a big threat. It's a 3/3. I guess we just play it. We're getting to Alpha Strike territory here. But we're also at 11. Opponent goes for the flips. Loses. Okay. Well, no point in getting in with the Archer now. We actually need blockers because we're at 11. Capture Sphere's probably good enough. Maybe we have to lock down the Swindlers so that we don't randomly die. When it's at 8, are they gonna go for the flip? Oh yeah, they are. Tails. Ugh. Oh, it's been kind to them so far. So, they're at 12. We could tap one of their X4s, and 4 creatures will get through. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, down to 4. They can block, or they could block maybe like Archer and not lose a creature and take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would still work. I think we're just going for it, though. Okay. They don't want to play it out. Fair enough. I think that was kind of close. They could have had something there. This looks like a mulligan. Opponent's on the play. We've got nothing to do before turn 4. We don't even know that we're getting to 4 mana, so put that one back. This one's pretty good. Wall, Reed, Waker. We'll put Megalodon back, I think. We can discard it to Reed, but we can also just get Waker into the graveyard fairly easily. All right, if we see a Rise, we're pretty psyched. We'll take the Megalodon here because, again, we can discard it to Reed. Another black-white opponent. A little bit slower, though, this time, it seems. I think we want Arcanist over pitching Waker. And I think here we're good to Read and discard the Megalodon. Start clocking our opponent. And getting us closer to the actual plan of our deck, which is to reanimate things. I think it's correct to scry with this if you don't have the mana, especially early on. To just get to your goods quicker. Okay, we're gonna attack through that, and then bounce it on a future turn. We do want to just play Crypt Lurker though. Don't want to play this land. So hope to draw an untapped land. I guess we can attack first. I think we'll discard Waker versus do we want to just sacrifice Wall? Wall's not doing much right now. I guess Waker's potentially a draw spell still, or maybe we just get to hardcast it. I've already got a fatty in the bin, so if we find a rise, it's not dead, right? But if we put too many fatties in the bin, don't find enough rises, then we kind of wasted the creature in a way. Sweet. All right, well, fortunately we can just bounce that. Protection from multicolored. Let's get in for 2. Cool, so now we're 2 turns away from just casting Waker. I suppose we'll be waiting to do that. Swooper comes down. So these are both white cards I like, but they're much, much better if you can play some 2-drops first, right? Because Lieutenant comes down, pumps one of your 2s into a 3/3 or whatever, and you're already pressuring them, or this comes down, gives something flying. You want to be on the attacking side of things. All these creatures reward you handsomely for that. Okay, we'll get in with our 2/4 Arcanist, see what that does. I don't think we really care about trading the Ghostlight here. Like, I mean, we don't want to. The opponent just takes it. We'll just cast the Archer. It's not very good, but it's fine. Might be able to attack them next turn once we get the Waker down. There's a nice card. Alright, so now they're in business. Lieutenant loves that too. Get a bunch of knights out of the deal. So, yeah, I mean, this is a game. We're obviously going to go for the Waker play here. And again, we'll just attack with the Arcanist. Don't want to trade the Ghostlight. Oh, I guess I could just block. Yeah, my bad. I still had this as 2 toughness in my mind. I didn't pay attention to that. Okay, removal. Sure. Got lots of ways to bring it back. And I think on this board, we kind of have to bring back Waker if we see Rise. Well, I guess, so now that I realize the correct power and toughness of Gale Swooper, we should probably attack with Ghostlight. So if we can trade, then that opens up attacks with Arcanist again. Yes, they get a knight out of the deal, but we do have multiple large dudes to block it. They're just going to take 3, which is pretty cool also. So now that we're settling into the long game, using the tome to actually just draw cards is certainly the right move. We're good with taking 4 here. We're 21. Well, let's do that. And then we'll be attacking back for 5 unless they've got a big flyer store for us. Removal. That's cool. I mean, Rise again gets better. Yeah, let's get in for 2. Let's try to find a Rise or Rain of Revelation. That'd be nice. Our deck kind of runs out of steam, eh? Like every game we sort of get to this point where we're just like, all right, what's on top? Maybe we need to bring that other Revelation in. Okay, so now we can't attack them. Well, Ask and you shall receive. Find ourselves a rise again. So we'll just go ahead and cast that. They got no cards in hand. And again, I think we just want the Megalodon. Or I'm sorry, the Waker. Rising back, roaming Ghostlight doesn't really get us anywhere. This slows their roll a little bit. They can move the scythe around and make things difficult, though. So we are, yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. We're gonna need to find some more interaction, which again is a weak point of our deck. So unfortunately for us, because we don't apply very much pressure, our opponents are able to, you know, do their thing, and that hurts us. They've got 2, 4, 7 in terms of multi-blocks on the Waker, so we can't attack with it. Yeah, we're kind of in a pickle here. Baron can bounce. Swooper still doesn't let us attack, but Waker is not ever getting through. They got double Thallid to block with. So I guess attack with Arcanist, kill Freebooter. Does buff up their Scythe though, which is bad for us. Bounce Freebooter, attack for 2. That doesn't really do much either. And if we bounce Gale Swooper, they get to get in with Acolyte for 1 or 3 damage, maybe, of lifelink. None of these options are very good, but I think the best of them is to try to pick off this Freebooter. Try to buy some time. Maybe find Capture Sphere for the Swooper, and we'd be kind of back in business, or like another Waker. But yeah, their deck can grind, man. Ooh, swift response, nice. Okay. Ooh, boy. That's a big boy. A big old boy. Then give it flying next turn and kill us. So we need to find an answer stat, and we don't. Assuming that's what their plan is. If they go ahead and do that, then we'll be moving on to the next. Okay, they don't. That is good for us. We got 2 cards in hand, 1 is unknown. So yeah, we need to line up some trades here. Oh geez. Forgot about that trigger. It's pretty nasty. Okay, well, we're dead all the ways here unless we find Capture Sphere. Or I guess another Waker would maybe do it, because the Scythe is what's killing us. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's in the cards this time. See what they want to do though. They didn't kill us last turn when they could. Swooper, and we are cooked. So ran out of gas which has been happening a bunch. So I think I'm going to bring in the second Rain. From the aggro that we've seen, we've been able to tangle with it without needing Tavern Swindler. But almost every game has come down to a top deck situation. So I think that's a reasonable swap to make. And yeah, let's go from there. Opponent goes first. So another mulligan here. We are not able to cast our spells. This one is not great, but sure. We got Wall of Runes, Baron to slow them down, or bounce our Wall of Runes and get some value. Yeah, I think Rise is good enough to keep. We don't have any ways to utilize it yet, but it's certainly part of our winning game plan, so we'll take it here. So if they don't play a threatening card, we're just going to Baron our wall back so we can draw another card and get another scry out of it. We certainly don't want to bounce their Sky Scanner. Hey. Okay, maybe plans are changing into just let's discard Waker of Waves and try to do the Rise thing again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to attacks. Poke him for 1. Say go. So we'll hope to see a land with Waker. Reasonably likely that we do, and then even if we don't, we've got another draw step to find one. 3 looks at a land, 30 cards, 14 left in the deck. I like those odds. Take 1. And I mean, if they just pass with having done nothing, then we can't really go for Rise. It's too punishing. So we can't really go for Archer either because we don't have mana for it. So I guess we do have to take the Swamp. It's kind of awkward. So I think we're going to hit them for 1. See if that provokes anything. And then just bounce our wall for value. This guy's like a little mini Elvish Visionary. Maybe they counter him. Then we get a opportunity to play Rise next turn. But thinking about it, they're going to draw a card in response. No problem. So we can cast this, still get the trigger, as far as I'm concerned, and we get the scry before we draw, which is actually quite nice. It's the order of operations that you're most happy with. Land we don't need, though. So a nice little edge case with Baron, where you get to just kind of use them as a cantrip when their opponent is not pressuring you. We're not really pressuring them, though, so we need to find something good here. Alright, well, let's try Rise. Doesn't let us attack, but maybe next turn. In for 1. Alright. Well, if they kill this with Swift Response, we can bring it right back. Assuming that's what's about to happen. So that's cool. But, I mean, they still potentially have a counterspell in hand. So probably just go Crypt Lurker here. Sack the wall. Don't really want to run the second Rise into a counterspell. Rousing Reed is good. That might draw a counter. Put it on the Crypt Lurker. If we draw land and they've got Lofty Denial, then it does play around. We can't cast it off this guy. I wish this was non-creature. Maybe that would be too good, but it'd certainly be better than it is. Okay, we did draw the land, so now we can cast this around Lofty Denial, which is pretty nice. See if it works. And then if they do go for the counterspell here, okay, that's pretty good. We can rise now off of Vidalian Arcanist. Still get the draw too. It's pretty cool. So Dawn versus just discarding a land. I think we'll just discard a land, just cast the Dawn next turn. Still can't attack. But we're starting to grind them out. Or not. Yep. In for 5. Okay, let's try this again. So now we're probably in the spot where we need to capture Sphere the Sky Scanner. Our flying defense is not very good. We've got 6 power to put in front of the whale, so we can safely attack at the moment. Rain. Okay, let's rain first. Use that guy to make mana so that we can cast things. Discard a card. Okay. So we've got an option to rise or Archer the Sky Scanner or Capture Sphere the 2/2 Sky Scanner. I think we want to rise. Let's attack for 5 though. I guess they do have 2 cards in hand. They could have another removal spell, which would pretty much kill us. Or counter for rise, of course. Oh no, what happened to our whale? Got exiled. Oops. Oops. Whale is exiled. Okay, well, I guess we'll arch then. And then next turn we'll sphere the scanner. This is close. I think still think we're behind. And again, we're kind of in that top deck mode. This deck seems to run into that problem. So is our opponent, to be fair, but they've got the advantage right now. Okay, well, let's scry before we draw. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be good with tutelage either way, so pretty good with that. Chump block. And let's cast tutelage and then try to capture Sphere on their attack step, I guess. Although they could have feet of resistance, which would be quite the blowout. I guess it would be either way. What are we discarding? I guess we're discarding Rise. I didn't even think about this. Yeah, we'll discard Rise, I guess. It's got no targets at the moment. I think we'll go for this now. One less chance for them to draw protection spell. Yeah. I mean, I guess feet just kind of wrecks that card no matter what. Even when it's on, you can get it off. There they go. Yeah. Okay, well, now we're in big trouble. Do we still have Ghostlight in the deck? Looks like we do. So that's the next thing we're trying to find. There it is. Hey. Sometimes things work out. Okay, opponent's on 16. If we rain them, they mill 6. They go to 10, we go to 10. And then we're kind of ahead from there. They're at 13. I don't think we could bounce another card and get in for significant damage. So let's just get in with the Dawn here. See what's on top. Waker's pretty cool. Yeah, we're in for that. That'll blank their sky scanner when it comes back down. Starting to like our spot a little bit more here. Weirdly, I kind of want to lead with rain in case they do have a counterspell, because we just can't beat this 2/2. So I think we're supposed to do that. Tap the Arcanist, and then we'll have Ghostlight mana. I guess this doesn't work so well against Lofty Denial, though. I'll discard this. Discard this Blackguard. So it's a question of like, are we playing around Denial or are we playing around Cancel? I guess we can't play around Cancel because they can't cast it. So that was wrong. We should have played this first. Fortunately, they didn't have it. Muddy Mutt. So tutelage is off. We are ahead on library size, though, if that ends up mattering. I don't think it will. Ooh, maybe. Okay, do we get in with... Definitely getting in with Megalodon. Do we get in with Ghostlight as well? The most they can do is like hit us for 1 with Scanner next turn, so we're not too afraid of that. Nothing else attacks all that profitably, so yeah, let's do these two. Put them to 5. We don't need that. And I guess they could have Swift Response now on the Waker. So we probably don't want to expose that. Doesn't change too much. They can just chump it. There it is. So, do we want another Dawn, or do we want a Devotee plus a Zombie? I think we want another Dawn. And are they dead, or are we dead? I guess they're dead. Yeah. Whoa! Alright. Long one. Close one. Alright, opponent goes first. We've got a curve here, so we're pretty happy with it. I don't think we're going to play tutelage early unless it's clear that they're black-blue. Probably wanting to go Arcanist into Devotee into Crypt Lurker to try to slow them down, because they're going to be coming at us. Rise Again plus Vessel is a thing. Visionary. I mean, maybe we do just play tutelage here. We could Rise Again turn 4, get a 5/5. That's pretty good. Maybe we are supposed to just do that. It's an important card to get off the get out of their deck. Gary's Uprising. Opponent mills over Karavek the Spiteful. Coming in for 3. Yeah, we'll just block. So eventually they're going to hit something pretty sweet with this grub. And if they just have a finishing blow on this guy, then we're going to be kind of back to square one. In they come. Could be Death Touch. Could be +4/+4. I guess we'll take it. We are kind of ahead on the race. Pteranodon. Truffle Snout. Well, they got a lot of stuff going on here. We've got 5 mana. It's not very much. 6 if we include Arcanist. Crypt Lurker does block a lot of stuff. And then if we draw land next turn, we can double spell. I don't know if we're attacking, though. Boy, they got a lot going on here. Bounce the grub. I suppose we can attack. Oh, sorry, I'm losing my mind. We're not bouncing anything. Are we discarding anything? I don't think so. I think we just want the 3/4. I mean, if they can activate that Drowsy Tea next turn, it's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Maybe we don't want to do that. Tutelage is maybe more likely to kill them than any of the things we could do with our creatures. Pumbaa's coming in. Who else? Grub. Just the grub. See if they want to use a pump spell to punch through here. Archer. Drowsy Tea. Boy, we're gonna be in trouble. I guess let's bounce the grub. And then we could rain and mill them for a bunch. And just chill. Mill them for 6. I think I like that better than playing Devotee. Gets us closer to some removal. We're not killing anything this turn. They have Hunter's Edge, it looks like. But no great ways to utilize it. I mean, if they put the counter on... Okay, sweet. Nothing died, though, right? So just getting back a 4/3? That's not that good. Still good, though. We're still scared. But yeah, if they had a Hunter's Edge counter on the Pteranodon, kill Crypt Lurker, we'd be in some trouble. Okay. Blood Glutton. It's still good, though, yeah, because they do get to come in with these guys, eh? So, they gotta have... I think they've got the Death Touch spell. But, I mean, we can't really... I think this is the right way to block. If they want to pump this up, they do get to kill both of these, but then they lose their 3/3s. I think this is the right plan. And if it's Titanic Growth, kind of the same deal. So we are giving them the 2 here, but... Okay, they do have Titanic Growth, so they're going to get rid of our 5/5. Mill them for a bunch. So they're at 6 cards now. 8. Now they're at 6. I'm tempted to attack and try to get some value out of the archer, but... Yeah, we can't do it. We can't do everything we want to do here. I can go just play the 3/3. It's like attacking, they just let it through, and then we're in the same spot. But we have 1 less blocker. 1 fewer, 1 less. Grub is going to be massive, obviously. It's going to be at least a 5/4. Well, we might be able to get out of this one on the back of tutelage. Let's see what they do. So they're coming in for 4. They've got 1 unknown. If it's the Death Touch spell, we're in trouble. So I'm not going to multi-block. I think we'll just trade these. Okay, looks like we might be good. Next turn they draw, so they got to kill us next turn. And we got a big whale. Good games. Nice. So we were able to just stave off death long enough to mill them out. So tutelage flexing its muscle there. And yeah, nice 7-win effort for us with blue-black Reanimator.